Have you ever been in a room with her? No words spoken, yet you could feel something in the air. That strange electric tension, the kind that lingers when someone's eyes meet yours for just a second too long. Or when she fidgets with something, her sleeves, her necklace, like her hands, are speaking words her mouth won't say. Welcome to a world where the most powerful misses aren't spoken, they're felt, because women have a way of saying everything without saying a word. And the way they touch certain parts of their body around you, it can reveal more than you'd ever expect. These are interest habits or random movements. These are subconscious expressions, emotional flares, quiet confessions of attraction, curiosity, even desire. From the way she twirls her hair to how she handles her phone when you walk by, her body may be sending signals ones your mind might miss if you're not paying attention. So, if you've ever asked yourself, is she into me? You're about to find out. In this video, we're breaking down 10 things she might touch in front of you and what it really means in a psychological and emotional level. No fluff, no games, just real science-backed insight into the signs you might be missing. Let's dive in. 1. Her clothing or sleeves. There's something quietly powerful about the way she plays with her clothes when you're around. It's not just style, it's biology. If a girl likes you, even if Ish doesn't fully realize it yet, she may start adjusting her sleeves, tugging at her shirt, or smoothing out her, not because it's actually out offless, but because your presence evidently makes her more aware of herself. It's a silent message. I want to look good for you, even if those words never leave her lips. The smell, almost invisible habits from a mix of nervous energy and subconscious desire, especially if she's usually casual or relaxed about her appearance. You'll see her doing things like rolling and unrolling her sleeves, pulling them down over her hands, or adjusting her neckline, especially mid-con conversation. Let's make this more real. Imagine Aor chatting during a coffee break. She's smiling. Then, without thinking, she looks down and tugs lightly at the of her sweater. She keeps smiling, but that movement, that was her body reacting to your energy. Her mind might be racing. Do I look okay? Is Hannah noticing me? She might not even know why she's doing it, but you should. Because that truth is, when a woman touches her in front of you like this, she's not just fixing fabric. She's adjusting her confidence for you. Sign number 2, her neck. Now, listen closely because this one is easy to miss, but there's something undeniably captivating about the way a woman touches her neck when she's around someone she's drawn to. It's not random. It's not meaningless. In fact, it's one of the most intimate, telling gestures in body language psychology. Why? Because the neck is one of the most vulnerable and sensitive parts of the body. When she lightly brushes her fingers across it, tilts her head just a little, or lets her hand linger near her collarbone, it often means she feels sexist, but in a good way. That's not fear. That's trust. That's openness. That's a quiet, instinctive way of letting her guard down. She's not hiding behind crossed arms or turning away. She's inviting you in, even if she doesn't realize it. This gesture is a delicate blend of nervousness and attraction, a physiological response rooted in vulnerability and sensuality. And here's something deeper. Touching the neck is also linked to arousal. It's the body's way of increasing density, oxygen flow, and alertness. All signs that she's emotionally and activated by your presence. So, next time you're with her and she gently touches her neck, ask yourself, is she fidgeting, or is her body telling you what her words won't? Because that soft, lingering motion might just be her version of whispering, you make me feel something. Sign number 3, her legs or thighs. Now, this one might seem subtle, but it's loaded with meaning. Have you ever noticed how some women touch or adjust their legs or thighs when they're sitting near you? Maybe she shifts her position, runs her hand across her leg, crosses and uncrosses them with just a hint of rhythm. It might look casual, even unconscious, but make no mistake, this gesture can be soft, silent magnet for attention. Why? Because when a woman is attracted to you, she becomes more aware of her body, more conscious of how you're seeing her. So those gentle movements, they're not about discomfort. They're about presence. She may be drawing your attention to that part of her without a verse seeming obvious. It's a dance of confidence and subtle seduction. And if she's doing this while holding eye contact, laughing at your jokes, or leaning slightly toward you, that's a triple layer of attraction. Her body is not just reacting to you. It's aligning with you. These little shifts, these quiet, sensual signals, are often her way of saying, I'm comfortable, and I want you to notice me. So, watch closely. The thighs aren't just legs, they're emotional territory, and when she lets so near them, even with just a glance or a gesture, you're closer than you'll think. Sign number 4, her lips. There's something deeply powerful, almost hypnotic, about the way a woman interacts with her lips when she surrounds someone she's attracted to. She might gently bite them, press them together, or trace her finger across them, and to the untrained eye, it looks innocent, casual, maybe even subconscious, but beneath that subtle gesture lies a storm of emotion and subconscious energy. Why? Because the lips are one of the most sensual, expressive parts of the human body. When she touches them in front of you, it's not just a nervous tick, it's often a psychological signal, a quiet form of flirtation, a magnetic pull toward emotional and even physical closeness. These gestures are rarely planned. They happen because her body is reacting to you, to the chemistry between you. She's thinking, let me bite my lips so I'll notice. No, she's feeling something and her lips become theatre now. Imagine this. You're talking, maybe just teasing her about something funny. And as she listens, she slowly applies lip balm, not rushed, not distracted, but slowly, precisely, gliding it across her lips. That's not just self-care, that's invitation. It's sus. If her body is whispering, do you see me? Do you want me? Are you paying attention? And if you are, that her lips are doing more tucking than her voice ever could. Sign number 5, her collar or necklace. They say actions speak louder than, and sometimes it's the tiniest movements that say the most. Like the moment she starts playing with her necklace, gently rolling a pendant between her fingers, adjusting the chain across her collarbone, or tugging softly at the collar of her shirt. At first glance it might look like she's just spurred or fixing something, but look closer, because in body language of psychology, this gesture is loaded with meaning. Her collar and necklace sit at the edge of a very intimate zone, her throat, her chest, and when she touches that area in front of you, it often reveals a mix of nervous excitement, sexual energy, and a desire to It's subtle, yes, but strategic. Even if she doesn't consciously realize it, she's guiding your eyes to areas that are both delicate and vulnerable. And here's something deeper. Fidgeting with jewelry is a classic self-soothing behavior. It means her emotions are stirred, but she's trying to play it cool. It's her way of staying composed while her heart may be skipping a beat. But picture this. She's laughing at your joke, her hand absent-mindedly tugging at the chain on her necklace. She looks down for a second, smiles, then looks back at you. That moment, that's attraction wrapped in innocence. Her body is inviting attention, but only from the one person she wants it from, you. Sign number 6, her hair. Hair, long, short, curly, straight, it doesn't matter. It's one of the most visually powerful features a woman has, and most women know exactly what they're doing with it, even when they pretend not to. So, when she starts fixing her hair, twirling it, or flipping it to one side when you're around, that's psychology, that's instinct, playing with her hair, gavesha, something to do with her hands, especially when she's feeling nervous or excited. It's a natural release of emotional energy, a way to appear composed while quietly signaling generous. But more than that, it's about drawing attention. The act of touching her hair draws your eyes to her face, to her eyes, her smile, her neck, all places people look when attraction starts to simmer beneath the surface. This is how female body language often works. It doesn't shout, it whispers, and hair is one of its most poetic messengers. Think about this. You're standing in a group, everyone talking, but you notice her glancing at you. And then slowly, gently, she tucks a lock of hair behind her ear, not once, not twice, but again and again, even though her hair was already out of the way. That's not a styling decision. That's a signal, a repeat behavior designed to attract without being obvious. In psychology, this is called a pinning gesture, a sign of grooming in the presence of someone desirable. She may not be saying, I like you, but her body is rehearsing the words through movement. So, the next time she plays with her hair while talking to you, remember, that's not just a habit, that's your heartbeat showing. Sign number 7, her ears or earrings. This one often slips under the radar, but if you know what to look for, it can reveal everything. Sometimes when a girl likes you, her hands start doing things that seem innocent. But in reality, They're emotional fingerprints, little signals etched in movement, saying more than words ever could. One of those movements touching her ears, tugging gently on her earrings, twisting them between her fingers, or slowly tucking her hair behind her ear, especially when she keeps doing it over and over, even when her hair is already out of the way. Now, you might think, so what? But there's the truth. The ears are sensitive zones close to the neck, close to the face, and when she draws attention to this area, especially while looking A2, it's a layered gesture. On the surface, she might just be fidgeting, but underneath, her mind is buzzing, her emotions are stirred, her nerves are wanged, but not in a bad way, in the butterflies in her stomach kind of way. Psychologically, this is called self-adapter behavior. When someone touches parts of their body as a way to calm internal emotional arousal, she's doing it, not because she's bored, but because you affect her. Imagine this. She's sitting across from you, smiling. You compliment her, and she tucks her hair behind her ear, fingers grazing here. Then she does it again and again without even realizing that repetitive motion. That's her body's way of managing her excitement while also drawing your gaze. It's shy, it's soft, but it's laced with meaning. And if she peppers that with a bashful smile or slightly lowered eyes, you're not just part of her attention. You're the center of it. Sign number 8. Her phone. Now, let's talk about one of the most powerful modern-day signals of all, her. You might think her constant leaping up her phone, tapping the screen, or setting it down over and over again means she's distracted. But the truth, it might mean she's completely focused in you, so much so that her phone becomes her safety net. Watch closely. If she keeps touching it, not scrolling, not texting, just holding it, flipping it in her hand, tapping it, setting it down, picking it back up again, that's net boredom, that's emotional friction. Her nervous system is activated. She's trying to regulate her excitement, and her phone becomes a decoy, a psychological crutch, something to do with her hands so she doesn't give away how much she's feeling, because her wrist twist. If she really didn't care about you, she'd be on her phone scrolling endlessly, texting, lost in the screen. But when she keeps pretending to use it without actually engaging, that's her way of dealing with emotional tension. She might even glance down off screen and smile, but it's not the phone making her smile, it's you. And here's a deeper truth. Sometimes when a woman really likes a guy, she doesn't want to make it too obvious, so she uses her phone to appear casual, detached, unbothered, but her fingers are trembling, her body is alert, her mind is completely aware of you. The phone becomes a stage prop, a distraction not from you, but because of you. So when she handles her phone like it's suddenly become the most interesting object in the world, yet she never actually uses. That's not disinterest, that's a storm she's trying to calm. Bonus sign number 1. Her fingers or hands, when she has nothing to hold. Here's something most men never notice, but it reveals a lot. When a girl is sitting with you, talking to you, or even just standing nearby, and she's not holding a phone, a drink, or a purse, watch her hands. What does she do with? If she starts rubbing her fingers, lightly wringing her hands, touching the tips of her nails, or tapping her fingers against one another, that's not just boredom. That's emotional energy searching for release. You see, when attraction builds, especially when it's new or unspoken, there's often restlessness. Her body wants to move, to express, to connect, but her voice may not feel ready, so her fingers do the talking. These motions are a part of a category psychologists skill displacement behaviors, small repetitive actions that help manage inner tension or arousal. In other words, her hands are reacting by kosu, are affecting her. And if she's doing it while maintaining eye contact, smiling shily, laughing softly, while her fingers gently trace along her palm, that's not just subtle flirting, that's emotional overflow. When she doesn't know what to say, her hands say it for her. Bonus sign for 2. Her ankles or feet. Yes, really. Now, this might surprise you, but it's one of the most overlooked signs of attraction. When a woman is sitting near you, especially if you're in a conversation or sharing space for a while, pay attention to her feet and ankles. Yes, seriously. If she starts crossing and uncrossing her ankles, if she curls her feet under her chair or lightly sways her foot when her legs are crossed, she's revealing more than because foot and ankle movements are governed by the least consciously controlled muscles in the body, which means when they move, it's usually the truth slipping out. And here's the deeper meaning. Restless flirtation reflect nervous energy caused by Simone. She's emotionally aware of Repeated shifting or repositioningly means she's trying to appercomb while managing her own internal. If her feet start pointing toward you, even when her upper body is turned away, that's a directional cue of interest. Her subconscious is already leaning toward you. And if she starts dipping the toe of her shoe up and down or slipping it halfway off her foot, that's an age-old body language sign of sensual comfort and flirtation. So then next time you're with her and thinks she seems calm, look down because her feet might be revealing the emotional storm. Her words are trying to hide every small movement, every fidget, tug, glance, or brush of her fingers across her body. These are not just coincidences. They're codes, emotional codes, rooted in vulnerability, desire, and subconscious attraction. If you learn to read them, you'll never again have to wonder, is she into me? Because the signs are right there in her hands, her posture, her body language, and they speak volumes. Let's end strong. By now, you've probably realized it's something powerful. When a woman is around someone she likes, she rarely just sits still. She adjusts, she smooths, she plays with her jewelry, touches her neck, twirls her hair, brushes her lips, handles her phone like it's suddenly foreign. And these moments, these tiny gestures, might seem random to the average person, but to someone who understands bucolic attraction, they're like whispers from the subconscious. Every touch reveals something, not because she wants to be obvious, but because her emotions are leaking through the seam sand. Her body is saying what her mind doesn't know how to voice yet. It's not about what she says, it's about what she touches when she sees you, because touch is instinct, and instinct doesn't lie. And the beauty is, once you start seeing these signs, you'll never look at interactions the same way again. You'll know when a girl is interested, not by the way she talks, but by the way she can't help but adjust her sleeve, or how she absent-mindedly grazes her neck, or how she keeps looking at her phone but not really looking at it. And in that moment, you'll realize attraction doesn't scream, it whispers. But now you know how to listen. If this video opened your eyes to these subtle signs women give when they're into you, just imagine what else you're missing when it comes to human behavior, emotional triggers, and the dark side of attraction. Here on Dark Psychology, we didn't just break down surface-level sins, we dive into the emotional laundry of desire, power, vulnerability, and subconscious. So, if you're serious about understanding what really drives connection, and you want to recognize attraction before it becomes obvious, hit that like button, subscribe, and tap bell icon because in our next videos, we're diving deeper. We're going to expose the signs she's pretending not to like you, but actually does, and the psychologicalians women test you, even when they're already interested. This isn't just about dating. This is about decoding the invisible language. And once you know how to read it, everything changes. Until next time, this is Amelia, and you're watching Dark Psychology.